Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to shout out Ty Cars One. He has sent me the story. It's really disturbing. It's about a coach in Cahokia, Illinois, and his name is Mario Hunt. He's 35 years old, and basically he's being charged with not only child molestation, but also spreading HIV to a few students at the school. So basically this man was in charge of the track team. He was also a peer coach. A lot of the students and teachers really respected him, and he was also HIV positive. He was carrying on a relationship with a 17-year-old teen, and they were sleeping together without protection, and now that teen is at risk for contracting HIV. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Local teacher's aide and coach is under arrest. He's charged with sexually abusing a student at Cahokia High School and knowingly exposing the 17-year-old to the HIV virus. And there could be other victims. News Channel 5's Elizabeth Matthews has new information tonight. She joins us live from Cahokia High School. Liz?
And Mike, police tell us the incident happened somewhere on campus, but not in a classroom. It happened with a 17-year-old student back in 2011. Mr. Hunt was suspended from this campus last week when the investigation started. Tonight, he sits behind bars on a $300,000 bond. There is shock and fear on the campus of Cahokia High School.
I'm pissed off because these are babies. You're going to destroy their future before it starts?
35-year-old Mario Hunt has been charged with sexual assault, aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and transmission of HIV. Police tell us the victim was 17 years old at the time. It happened back in 2011, but parents are worried there may be more victims.
Kids are going to catch hell. Anybody that's ever went with a boy on the track team or any boy that they suspect is gay, they are going to be labeled.
The district obviously will take whatever appropriate measures are needed to be taken once the whole situation is finalized.
Mom Tamara Gilmore says the appropriate measure is to cut the school year short.
They should shut this school down until everything blows over, because every day there's going to be chaos and hell.
Hunt was not only a teacher's aide, but a coach for the boys' track.
Great guy. He's just really surprising, unexpected.
And a coach for girls volleyball.
He was always mature about his job and professional in every aspect.
Students say the track team met with the high school principal Monday afternoon, and individual interviews with those on the boys' track team scheduled for Tuesday afternoon.
Horrible, and it's shameful, for him to act like he's really for the kids, and he's not.
Now, the charge of transmission of HIV doesn't necessarily mean that the student has the virus, but if he does, that could mean an additional charge against Mr. Hunt. Talking to several students today, they tell me they're going to go ahead and get tested for HIV just to be on the safe side. Reporting live tonight in Cahokia, Elizabeth Matthews, News Channel 5.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip, and this whole situation is just really, really disheartening and crazy as hell. First of all, this just goes to show you how trifling people are. A lot of people are even saying that, at some point in time, you're 17 years old, you need to just come out the closet. Why are you sleeping with your coach and all this and that? How can somebody molest you and abuse you at 17? And regardless of the situation of how old this boy was, this was a high school student, and this was a teacher, a coach, somebody in the power of authority. He had no business messing with a high school student. I don't care if this kid was 18. You don't sleep with one of your students, point blank, period. Male, female, gay, straight. You don't mess with your students. I could care less about the situation. But for him to be HIV positive and have no qualms with having sex with this student, not using any protection and putting him at risk for HIV, says a lot. And it just goes to show you how evil some people are. People need to be careful. This story should be a wake-up call to everyone. Either you have sex and you protect yourself, you go get tested, make sure your partner gets tested. That man looks good. He looks healthy. He does not look like he has AIDS, and that's the point. There is no look for AIDS. Anybody can have it. So you have to be very, very mindful. And if you're going to be sleeping with your teacher or sleeping with older adults, you need to watch out about it. You need to be careful for that. Because you have a lot of people out here, who have things and they don't share with other people. And it's really, really sad that there are several students now who are at risk, because if he was sleeping with the coach, who knows who else this 17-year-old boy was sleeping with? He may have a girlfriend. He may not even be out the closet telling people that he's gay and sleeping with men. So this could be spreading to females. This could be spreading to other boys on campus. This whole situation is very, very messy. I would suggest that everybody at that school who has come into sexual contact with either the coach or the boys who had sex with the coach, go out and get tested. But don't just get tested once and think, it's negative, I'm in the clear. That's not how HIV works. It can take up to 6 months for it to build up in your system, for you to get the antibodies in your system. So you need to go get tested first, wait 6 months, have nothing but protected sex, and then go back and get tested again 6 months later. Because that's when you're going to know for sure if you do have it or if you don't. And then if you do have it, you have to get on medications and I guess do stuff to get you back right. But this whole situation is just really, really insane. We need to start taking care of ourselves. We need to start having more respect for ourselves. Point blank. And I think for a teacher to think that it's okay to take advantage of a student and then not be upfront about his status is just sick. He definitely needs to spend some time in prison. And I think these boys need to take this as a wake-up call, because you have so many of these older men preying on these boys, and messing with their sexuality and everything else. This needs to be a wake-up call. Just because, he's an older man and he's showering you with gifts or, he's doing whatever he was doing for you does not mean that he cannot have some type of STD. Does not mean that he cannot have AIDS. You need to put yourself first. So use protection at all times, regardless of who you sleep with. And then, even when you get into a monogamous relationship and you decide not to use protection, you guys should still be getting STD tests just to make sure, because things can creep up. This entire story just gave me a damn headache. First of all, he's a molester. Y'all know I can't stand damn molesters. Then he's a teacher. Y'all know I can't stand teachers who molest. And then he got AIDS. What kind of shit is this? 3 strikes, sir, you're out. Get up out of here with that bullshit. So go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this entire trifling, ratchet-ass situation. All right. Deuces.